Well, good morning, everyone. It's been a minute since getting the time here to hit the gym. Let's see. We're just setting up the tripod here. Yeah, I don't know if you had saw my posts, but crazy snowstorm out of the blue. Well, not really out of the blue. Weathermen were saying it was going to be snowing like crazy. And then, wouldn't you know, it started snowing like crazy. So today's workout is going to be doing a little bit of triceps, a little bit of shoulders. So bear with me. My body, I'm dragging my feet here with getting ready. So we're going to be starting the workout. We're going to start the workout off. I was going to say start the workout out with, but starting the workout with some close grip bench press here. I say it often, but if you're looking to really kind of like find some good like bulk exercises, anything with barbells is going to help achieve that. But it just adds overall volume. I like to emphasize that because it's not going to get the shape or definition you might be wanting. So if you like the proportions of how everything's looking, well, I think if you like the definition and shape, but you're just looking to increase the overall size, then barbell anything is going to be the way to do it. If I could do barbell lateral raises, I would. I'm not being serious about that, by the way. But as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, they have those pre-weighted bars. It probably could, but I don't think that would be. I don't think that'd be necessary. Cool. Let's see here. So we're going to start with 65 pounds. My goodness. Ugh. And while you're hearing this disembodied voice here, I want to ask y'all to show that support, hit that subscribe button. We're out here working out, hanging out, having a good time, getting in shape together. So let's see. Popping 45. Oh, I'm actually tempted. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do 70s because I just don't want to have to deal with too many plates than I need to. And it's been a minute since getting in the gym, so we're doing 70 pounds each side. It's Smith machine though, so it's not gonna be as heavy as if it was just like free barbell, you know. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Look at that angle going. All right, guys and gals, let's get this workout going. We might even have a little bit of time to hit the abs at the end. So if you're here hanging out, if you're new here, this is your formal invitation to join the community. Hit that subscribe button. Oh, what's going on? I see that comment there. What's going on, bro? Hello. All right. Let's see. We're gonna go for 6 to 8 reps here. Nice. There we go. Not too shabby. You working out? I am. What's going on? Milan, Ava, what's up? Zen, hello. So we're gonna take a little mini break here between the set. If anything, to keep the intensity up, I'm thinking of trying to add in a little extra exercise. I wonder what would be involved with. Let's see. I was trying to do barbell curls with this thing, but I'd have to take off the 25s. Let's see here. But how's everyone's Wednesday been going? Halfway through the week already. I'm already looking forward to next Friday. It's payday, baby. Trying to get that money. Let's see if we can do barbell curls on the Smith. Yo, what's going on, Joey? Where are you lifting? Just got here. I was doing close grip bench on the Smith machine. Now we're gonna see if doing barbell curls is a thing on here. Just trying to see if I could zoom out more on the phone there, but let's see. Let's see if we do. Nah, the curls ain't really happening on here. We'll keep it close grip bench. I think that'll just be the workout for the triceps today. And we'll do some dumbbell lateral raises with it. So let's see how much weight we had used before. All right. So we used 40 pounds. So we're gonna get a 40-pound dumbbell for these lateral raises here. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah, I'm a bit bummed out. Missed the last couple days. 1 second. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here we go. Yeah, look at this cool little handheld tripod thing we got here. Oops, sorry. I'm just like, this thing's like magnetic. Just kind of sticks on there. That's fancy, ain't it? The joints are pretty stiff though, but I'd rather they be a little bit more stiff that way. Phone's not just like falling. All right. Ooh. We'll get these raises going here. We're just gonna go for like 8 reps. There we go. All right, we're counting those 2 reps there. Cool. Hey, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a nuisance here. Trying to get this. I had a good thing going earlier with getting the camera angle set up. Let's see if we could recreate it. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. All right, back to doing another set here. So fortunately, the oh, you're not gonna can't even see me right there, but yeah, fortunately, had a good amount of rest between the sets. So this one, we should be able to still hit our 8 repetitions. So yeah, close grip bench for the triceps. Whew. Fun. And yeah, instead of trying to get all crazy with changing the angles and stuff, let's do it. Screw it. We're getting that insane Dutch angle going. What is this? Thor: Dark World? I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but it's a Marvel movie. It's one of the not as popular Thor movies, and I kind of agree with the masses. It is all right. Nice. Man, figuring out that you could zoom in with the front camera, feeling like Christmas morning for some reason. Like, it was a gift. All right. So we got enough time for maybe like 3 more sets. Today's workout a bit shorter than the arm one that I typically do, but I've actually noticed sometimes you're getting some better gains with shorter workouts. Nothing crazy, not even multiple exercises, just single exercise, single muscle group ends up being pretty good. But you gotta make sure each repetition is really focused, putting all that effort in. All right, let's see. Look at the comments here. Yo, what's going on, Priyan? My guy. Shoulders looking crisp. Yeah. Oh, it says lateral raises. Yeah, triceps are getting there as well. Honestly, for the longest time, I was kind of skipping the arm workouts. Congratulations, you've been visited by Mythical Pizza of YouTube Shorts. We received 10 years, good fortune. That is all. I appreciate that. That's fantastic. Does that also come with free pizza? If not, it's fine. I guess I'll accept fortune in the form of money. But the way the prices are going up for pizza, it's probably going to end up being more valuable than gold soon. All right, third set right here. Let's hammer this bad boy out. Let's see. Just getting the position going. Yippee! I don't know if you've heard that audio before. The yippee, like the cat or whatever. Planet Fitness has pizza. Not anymore. Apparently, ever since I started coming here consistently, they're like, nah, we're going to do away with that. No free pizza for him. Now to part. Well, thanks for stopping by Mythical Pizza. I hope that you decide to join the community here, hit that subscribe button, show that support. We get enough subs, then I might be able to afford going to a fancier gym. But all honesty, I say it every time, but I like the Planet Fitness. All right. Time to get these shoulders crispy. Got to deep fry these bad boys. Double batter. All right. I'm kind of liking that expression. About to deep fry these muscles, get them crispy. Oh, come on. All right. We got like one more set, time-wise. Lighter weight, more range of motion. That's typically what I always suggest to people. But I'm trying something new here with the workout. Ooh. At least for arms, going a bit heavier, a bit lower with the reps. But I'm a 12 to 16 repetition type of guy. Ever considered gear? Honestly, no. But not that I'm the type of person to be like totally against like taking testosterone or human growth hormone in my 60s or 70s. Not doing that now. Too often we try to like shortcut our success, but you don't end up keeping the gains that you've got for as long. So, and it's also it would give you a false sense of making progress, because if you start going on stuff like gear or testosterone or doing steroids or whatnot, you'll be getting results from that. Because if you're doing everything right, you're gonna get results. But people too often jump to the conclusion that there's something biologically wrong, their DNA, their genetics. But it's like you're not doing the right things, or you're not doing them with enough consistency. And then on top of that, you also may not be giving yourself enough time. So if you start doing things like steroids and this and that, or gear, and you're seeing progress, once you get rid of that, whatever performance enhancer you're taking, your results are going to go, they're going to leave very quickly, much quicker than it took to get the results. And the reason why is because there's not that foundation of like, I'm doing the things that got me and will keep me the results. It's like a business taking on funding or taking on like a massive amount of debt to start, and then they just keep borrowing money and they keep just taking in more funding. It's like ideally they should be getting their money from the customers, the clients that they serve, and then their business should be structured in a way where they're making enough profit. There's so many stories of businesses that are just funding and made this much amount of funding and support and taking on more loans. And it's like, you're not in the business of accumulating debt. You're in the business of providing transformations for people. You're not in the gym to just build muscle. You're in the gym to enjoy the journey and have fun along the way. You know what I mean? Let me, real quick before this last set here. Shortcut to success is secret path. Shortcut to success and secret path to the treasures. Hit your set, man. Yeah, no, you're right, Toxic. I got the good comparison. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I know. I personally know people spend so much time raising money, and then it's like, hey, how's that thing going? It's like, oh, we had to stop. Just weren't getting enough sales. And it's like, if you put the effort into making a better product or making sales, guess what would have happened? You'd be making sales. You'd be making money. All right. And if I stop yapping and I start working out, then I'll start getting some gains. So let's do this. Whew. Yippee! All right. Last set of the shoulders here. Yeah, I remember over here in a conversation, these older gentlemen who, don't get me wrong, were in really good shape for their age. But yeah, I was overhearing their conversation about going to the doctors and then just being like, man, yeah, I remember years ago, the doctor told me I had to stop doing my cycles because my health and my heart. And thing that was the biggest struggle is just not getting the gains that I used to. It just feels like the workouts I was doing and all the things I was doing before that I was working just aren't working anymore. But I was like, dude, it's not that. Like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, it's not that you unlocked some secret exercise that was getting you gains. It was like, it's because you were doing those cycles. And they were super discouraged. Because they're like, yeah, I don't know, my workouts just aren't working like they used to ever since I stopped. And it's like, yes, that's what happens. I would say like the main caveat that when it comes to taking testosterone or steroids is a couple factors. One is you're already doing the lifestyle habits that would encourage your body and trigger it to build more muscle and grow. You're dialing in the nutrition, you got good sleep and managing all that stuff. You got the right workouts that you're doing. If you're doing all that stuff and you're going to an expert physician, a doctor, takes your blood work, and they're like, yeah, your body isn't just physically incapable of producing a certain amount of hormones that you need, then it's like, yeah, start going on some type of hormone therapy. Second caveat is you don't really care if you live past 45 or 50. Whew. All right. Because I know for me, I'm trying to get to 120 years old. Oh, what's going on, champion? It's been a minute since having you in the chat here. Yo, what's going on, Wesley? Anabolic's cheap, hard work's expensive. Oh yeah, we're gonna pay the debt. Yeah. If I watch Sweet Life of Zach Cody and it's Arwen. Isn't he like the mechanic guy? Except the hair part. Just want to show that I found that. Save your rotator cuff. Use cables. Constant tension. Yeah, if anything, the thing that's funny is even I don't really get much of an issue in my shoulder when using the dumbbells for lateral raises. Most of the time it ends up like kind of messing up my wrists, oddly enough. But yeah, I love using the cables for the lateral raises for all those points that you pointed out right there. I'm just using the dumbbells mainly to there's just not like cables right next to this machine. But if I'm doing more of like just a cable focused workout, then I'll use them. Or if I'm doing like more of a shoulder focused workout, then I can grab dumbbells. I can move them near cable machine. Well, that's the workout today. Would have liked to have gotten like one more set in, or maybe have gotten like a set of abs in, but that's what I get for dilly-dallying. Taking my time getting to the gym. So, next time I just gotta get up, get out, and get after it. Probably do less yapping between sets as well. But that's the wrap up for today's tricep shoulder workout. We're gonna do our little car rant to end up today's stream here. Whoa. Yeah, the mechanic frame's looking super crazy today. Oh yeah, it's from the 4 days of not lifting. And the thing that's cool, like if you're really looking to put on more size, like the rest days are where it's at. Like it's so funny how I was telling, like I'd be telling people, a thing that's that's working for me in my workouts. And a couple times I've had people mention, they're like, oh, that's cool, like you're taking the Mike Mentzer approach. And I'm familiar with him, or I'm familiar, like I know about him, but I've never studied his approaches specifically. And of the few times where I've been kind of like exposed to his materials, I've been like, yeah, that's great. Like, all right. Yeah, it's exactly what I'd be talking about, oddly enough. So with the rest days, like that's where that's when the muscle grows. The workouts are just to trigger your body and provide it with the stimulus it needs to respond by being like, oh, we got to start growing. But if you don't give it the time and the rest and the energy and the nutrients, materials it needs to actually grow, then it's not going to do it, you know? Weight loss is different though. Like ideally you want to be getting that habit of going to the gym every day. It'll help to, you know, keep that metabolism high. And not only that, but when it comes to like burning fat, you can only cut so many calories, you know? Like at a certain point, you are not feeling good, you're not functioning optimally, you're not getting the adequate amount of nutrients that your body needs because you're not eating enough. So to compensate for that, or to allow yourself to still eat a good amount, like an adequate amount, and not hate your life, going to the gym and burning calories is a good way of doing it. Now, don't get me wrong, you still have to be in a calorie deficit. But if you're able to go to the gym and burn 300 extra calories, and then you find out how many calories your body is naturally burning throughout the day without exercise, then you simply just eat 300 calories less, and now you're on a 600 calorie deficit every day. And after like 5 days, that's like a pound of fat worth of energy being burned simply by cutting out 300 calories and burning an extra 300 calories. So, you know, it's kind of cool. So for the muscle building, you go to the gym, you train that muscle, putting in some fantastic all-out effort, squeezing, contracting that muscle with every single repetition. And on that last rep, you're really making sure that it's truly that last rep, you know, like you could even try to do another repetition. And it's just like, I can't move it anymore. That's a good last rep right there. And ideally, like I said, I'm a 12 to 16 repetition type of guy, because it's really difficult to get injured when you're moving a weight where you can do 12 or 16 reps of it. It's also much easier to maintain a good mind-muscle connection of contracting that muscle, really squeezing it throughout each repetition, and you're less likely to kind of like cheat the reps by swinging the weight. And if you need to make it more intense, you just decrease the rest period or increase how long it takes to perform a repetition. So you're not moving the weight really fast, you're taking your time going through the movement. and you're going to feel that muscle burning. You're not going to be able to do a crazy amount of weight or a crazy amount of reps doing it like that. Only use cable for lateral raises, front and rows for rear. Yeah, 20 minutes or less. Am I related to anything? Not directly. Well, I mean, I'm related to my brother and my mom and dad, but yo, what's going on, Tip Cal? Well, let me see. You don't know if you got sent, but did biceps, triceps, forearms, so sore for 2 days, still getting better. Nice. Sounds like it was a good workout right there. On a side note, if they're still sore and they're still feeling fatigued, just keep stacking up the rest period. Let those muscles recover. It's in that recovery that they grow. But if you find that every workout is like leading to like multiple days of needing to recover like that, then you might need to split the workout up into 2 workouts, and or you just got to double check that nutrition. If you guys want some like more direct like formulas and stuff to use for either like burning fat or building muscle, and how to do that when it comes to your nutrition, I've got full-length videos talking about those things, like the formulas that I use and how it works. And I've got those full videos on my channel. You just need to make sure that you're subscribed. Hit the playlist tab, and you'll see in the playlist tab I got a fat burning playlist, a muscle building playlist, and then a playlist talking about just nutrition topics, and kind of like poke around in there. It's all good stuff. It's stuff that I still do. Some of the stuff is things that I used to do, but it's all stuff that works. Like I only talk about things that work. If I'm doing a different approach, it's either because my goals have slightly changed, or I found some way of doing a thing more simply or whatnot. But still, it all still works. Give me a moment. I see the chat. I see the comments there. I just got to make sure I'm at a point where it's safe to pause and catch up on the comments there. Yeah, for the workouts, how I had said before, like I might need to cut the workout in half. It's probably one of the biggest things that I see for guys who struggle to put on muscle. It's like, bro, you're just in the gym for too long. You're doing too many things, and you're just putting your body in too much of a deficit. And it's being worked too hard. It's like you're overworking me. It's not able to get in a fast enough recovery before it kind of stops, because there's a certain period of time where it's like, imagine your baseline, you go to the gym, you actually are getting weaker. And then it's this state of like, man, I've pushed myself and I'm fatigued and I'm weaker and I need to recover. And so in that recovery where it breaks past that baseline, and then it stalls, and it's, now you're at a higher baseline. But if you're at your baseline, let's see, the phone's kind of like on an angle, so I'm going to do it like this so it looks a little more parallel. So if you're at this baseline, you go to the gym, you work out, and then after a couple of days, you recover, and then your body's done going through that recovery process, and now you're at a new baseline. If you go to the gym, though, you're working out too hard, it's too much of a deficit. After a couple of days go by, sometimes people are getting weaker, even though they're, going to the gym and they're recovering, because it's like the deficit was too much. And after a couple of days of the recovery, eventually the body's just like, okay, we got to prioritize our resources somewhere else. And then they're below the baseline. Or they're like, man, I just can't break past this plateau. And it's like, well, you're going crazy ham, And then during the recovery, you're just getting back to where you were before. So sometimes you could do just a little bit. And then, sure, it's not going to have some huge spike of like crazy recovery, but it's going to recover up and it's going to be like slightly above. And you can kind of like staircase step your way up. And sometimes that deficit, your body begins to adapt with the work, and now it's actually that response, like that stimulus is not enough to trigger the muscles to grow. So it's either like more reps, increasing the weight, doing a different exercise, adding an exercise. But it's like you don't got to do an hour and a half at the gym. Truly, 45 minutes is enough. Hold horse. Oh yeah. How much protein? I'll give a very quick formula, but if you want some like more detail, definitely subscribe, go to the channel, and click the muscle building playlist, because I've got videos talking about that. But to just give you the quick formula, you take your height in centimeters, whatever that number is, that's the minimum amount of protein to consume every single day. I'd like to take that number, multiply it by 1.2, and that's the goal that I try to aim for every single day. And then when it comes to calories, you take your current body weight, multiply it by 13 or 15, and it's going to be body weight in pounds. That'll give you the amount of calories to try to eat every single day. He's my brother. My brother's my brother. How tall are you? So 6'1". Last time I weighed myself like 185. Oh, look at Miss Allie. We got the Allie girl. Look at that face. She's probably got to go to the bathroom. But he's driving. Yeah, so 6'1", 185 pounds. Am I from Texas? No, I'm not from Texas. Yeah, New Jersey. Champion knows. But appreciate having y'all here. Hit that subscribe button. That way you can be here for the future workouts, right, Allie? Yeah, look at this girl. Oh, she's probably got to go potty. Hit subscribe so you can hang out with her. Where's the other furry animals? We got a couple of them around here. Yep, she's ringing the bell. Who's at the door? Yeah, we got a bell for her, so when she's got to go outside, she rings it. But appreciate having you guys here. Go out, go sweat, drink your protein shakes. Hit that subscribe button. Show that support. That's porch. And I'll see you here for tomorrow's workout. We're going to be doing some biceps. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time.